I just finished reading Rideshare by Timothy King and James Kaine. This was an arc that they had sent for in exchange for a review. And so let's get into it. And yeah, slightly different setup. I'm sitting down. I don't have my usual microphone. Technical issues were happening. Anyways, let's get into it. I love this. This is such a surprise. And for those of you who don't know, Rideshare is this collaboration between James Cain and Timothy King. Timothy King, best known for Portluck and Seven Rabbits. I don't know what James is necessarily known for. That's more on me. I've never read any of his books. I've read Timothy King before. I've read Seven Rabbits and loved it so much. It's so good. And I'm currently arc reading his next book because this dude is a machine. So, Rideshare is a short story collection, but also has like this connective tissue here. Charlie is a rideshare driver picking people up, and then after he picks them up, you essentially get transition into that person's story. And these stories, there's a connecting theme that or trend between the four stories, two of which that Timothy wrote, two of which James Cain wrote. James also wrote the epilogue the prologue, and Timothy wrote the epilogue. So there is a overall story here, especially when you get to the epilogue, you go, "Oh, everything makes sense now." And I can't believe I didn't see that coming because I'm stupid. I'm a dumb person. I didn't see that coming. But then once it was like before the big reveal, I was like, "Oh, I think this is what's happening." But in hindsight, I should have caught it way earlier. But these four stories, very distinct overall, kind of playing in some different genres of horror in some capacity. Like there's one that's like an erotic horror basically, and then there's one that's like Succession, but like kind of like this like supernatural ish like revenge story in a way. And then there's also like this more like a revenge thriller type deal, and then there's another one that's just like this insane body horror story. Really cool. All of them are so strong. You definitely could tell like there's two different writers at the wheel here, and that's not a bad thing. It's just simply their approach to character and storytelling is a bit different. Like I know James Cain wrote the first one. I literally saw them break down who wrote what and stuff like that, but I know he wrote the first story, and then like I I don't remember if Timothy King wrote the second story or it was the third story or whatever. But anyways, but whenever I get to like a story that was clearly written by Timothy, and having read his stuff, I'm like, oh, okay. I think this one's written by Timothy. I think that makes sense based on the pacing and the character work and everything like that. But they mesh so well. I think their styles really work together, and I think this is a collab that really worked out really well. And it was just kind of a cool, different type of take on the short story collection because it kind of is, but it's kind of something else at the same time. Really cool, really creative, super gruesome. Well, it's gruesome. I wouldn't say call it super gruesome. Like even the trigger warning was like all the triggers, and I'm like, and then at the end of it, I was like, not really, but it's still pretty hardcore. And yeah, check your trigger warnings. If you read anything by Timothy King, you should check your warnings, but not nearly as gnarly and extreme as I thought it would be, but still quite quite brutal and freaky. Yeah, I really dug this. I totally recommend it. I need to read James Cain's work now, and I just need to read more Timothy King because I love his work so much. He does such a great job with his characters, and his storytelling is so sharp and quick and precise, and I really dig it. So yeah, is this going to be on your TBR? If you are one of the arc readers, what did you think of it? I think it comes out in the next month. I think it's like next month or something like that. I have to double check what the release date is. Maybe I'll put something, a little bit of text there. It says the release date. Anyways, Yeah, great book. Highly recommend it. Check out my book Unfold. It's a slow burn workplace drama meets creature feature, and my Substack. I post every Sunday about writing and books and all that stuff, so check that out too.